Now, many of you already know that each and every week, not only do we get the insurance registration coming from some of our favorite EV stocks like NEO, but we also get the orders that our favorite EV stock like NEO received for the previous week. And ladies and gents, it is my good pleasure to give you the figures for NEO from the 1st to the 7th of last week, where Carfen's China once again is the one that confirmed that indeed NEO received the 5,000 orders even for last week. So this is good news because it looks like, or it appears that the 5,000 that Morgan Stanley has been saying NEO has been getting on average, it is the very same 5,000 that they also got last week. And this validates or confirms one thing, and that is this month we'll see yet another monthly record, which is the very same sentiment I shared with you when I was giving you the insurance registration numbers, or the 5,300 insurance registration numbers we received today. So I'm happy about these 5,000 orders. This is good news because this leads into NEO selling more or producing more, that will result in them selling more. And one thing that you need to note, of course, with these orders is that probably the NEO will be delivering these orders after or in the next 2 weeks, which therefore those that placed their orders, NEO takes an average of around 2 weeks to get their orders to their consumers, those that put or place their orders, which is something that shows you that the 5,300 that we received today are the orders that NEO received like previous 3 weeks ago, because these insurance registrations are for last week. And since knowing that NEO takes around 14 days until they deliver the car to the customer, it therefore means that insurance registrations that we received last week or that we received today are for the orders that were made last week. So there's still the 5,000 for the end of the month orders plus last week's 5,000, which totals to around 10,000. NEO got 10,000 orders, which they still need to deliver, which is something that is pretty exciting. I mean, that is why I'm saying without no doubt that NEO is going to thrash record-breaking deliveries here again, even this month, because we still got 3 weeks to go, or plus 3 weeks to go for this month, and already NEO is sitting at 5,300, which are the insurance registrations for last week. I'm happy about this as we head towards another all-time high when it comes to the deliveries that NEO produce on a day-to-day. Yes, share price, stock price might not be reflecting what we are seeing from the NEO insurance registration, reflecting what we are seeing on the monthly deliveries for NEO, but NEO, it is a stock that is doing absolutely well. I know there are some people that are saying part of the reason why now for the very first time in the first week we received those 5,300 orders is because there are some of the incentives that NEO has ended on the 8th of July relating to free battery swaps, which I think they won't bring that much impact onto the orders, because over and above the bus or battery as a service incentives, NEO is also offering some quite number of discounts on their cars, which will still make the users to come and want to buy the NEO cars. I don't believe that all the people that were placing their orders were subscribing to bus, but majority or most of them, they were opting for bus, but there were others that were buying NEO cars for the sake of the price that they are being sold at right now, for the fact of the discounts that they get when they are buying the NEO cars, when they are swapping their old cars for NEO cars, which is something that I think it is still pretty exciting, because some of those discounts are still carrying forward or are still continuing, which will result in NEO getting, of course, some good deliveries going further. So I look forward to the kind of deliveries that NEO is going to produce for the month of July, but my hopes are very high that we are going to get over 21,209 vehicles, which are the vehicles that NEO delivered in June. So I expect NEO to thrash the kind of deliveries they reported in June, because July, like I always say, is one of those months that usually NEO does well in terms of deliveries, and I have no doubt in my mind that even this year we'll see them doing exceptionally well. You will know that this month of July, it is the first month for Q3 or for quarter 3, which quarter 3 for last year, you will notice, or you will know that the NEO reported record-breaking quarterly deliveries of over 54,000, which to get to see that right now we are in the same quarter, or we have officially begun the same quarter, I believe that the sentiment might be around the same. We might match, if not beat, the kind of deliveries that we saw last year. Personally, I think that we are going to beat. We might produce 60,000 or plus 60,000 deliveries for the total quarter three, which will be absolutely amazing, because quarter two, you will know that we have over 57,000 or 57,373 deliveries, which is something that is pretty exciting, because that represent 143% increase year over year. So I'm pretty optimistic to NEO in the coming months. I think we are still yet to see more good news coming from the deliveries, more good news coming from, of course, NEO as a whole when they report their earnings, and we need to just brace ourselves for what's coming, because yes, the stock price might not be reacting in line with the fundamentals, but one way or the other, it will have to react to the fundamentals one way or the other. We just don't know when, but I think the more NEO continues reporting good deliveries, is the more the stock price, share price, the shorts will have to realize NEO is doing exceptionally well, and therefore, and the markets will have to reward NEO for that. So I look forward. Tell me what you think about the orders. Tell me what you think about the insurance registrations. I am bullish. I remain long and strong. And this low trading price, I personally believe that they are supposed to be taken as opportunities to scoop more shares, to load the boat, because blue sky is coming. Otherwise, that's all from me. I wish you nothing but the best. Do your own due diligence so that you don't get to panic sell when you see sharp falls, sharp drops onto this stock. Otherwise, God bless you all.